پژوهه باستان سنجی.
So my name is Fاسبیندر. I'm geophysicist. I studied in the Munich University geophysics, and my special field of science is soil magnetism, soil science. And later I applied at the Bavarian State Department for Monuments and Sites, and there I'm responsible for archaeological prospecting in general, prospecting, aerial archaeology, LIDAR prospecting, and geophysical prospecting. And our special field is magnetometry, magnetometer prospecting. That means you have an instrument, you walk on the ground, and then you have a magnetic eye or X-ray eye into the ground, and you can find features. I'm here in the field of archaeometry. It was the very starting point in archaeometry about geophysics, and namely magnetometry. That was Martin Aitken. He started already in 1956 doing the first magnetometer prospecting in England. They had very nice conditions from the difference of soil, and they detected for the first time kilns, Roman kilns in the ground which were not seen before. And that was the starting point of archaeometry, and this was also the beginning of a journal of archaeometry in England, which is now International Journal of Archaeometry. Only later this field of science divided a little bit, and now we are in the field of archaeological prospecting. But the importance for archaeometry is it's still there, because it was the starting point, one of the main issues of archaeometry, this prospecting method. And yeah, what else should I say? I'm here. I'm happy to be here again in Iran. Of course, since 1986 I started with these measurements in Baviera, and I'm responsible now for the prospecting. But at the same time, our university offers the possibility of research projects which are all over the world. So whenever there was some interesting site in the world, I was ready to do such a research project. And one of them was already in the year 2001 in Iran, when I was invited by the German Archaeological Institute to Arisman, and there we measured the archaeological site of Arisman. It was a very interesting fact, and from this beginning on we had always contact with colleagues in Iran. I met them on conferences, but since then I had not the chance to come back here. Only last year there was a nice meeting in Tehran about 50 years of geophysics, archaeological geophysics, and this was the chance to meet with all the old professors from those days, and it was a nice meeting. And I wonder how many work was done already in Iran since we started at least 50 years ago with this method. So there are a lot of interested scientists in Iran. Good friend of mine is in Tehran, and he's geophysics doing this work. But now also some connections with French people. They do also such work, and it's very nice, and it has a big impact here for this work here. And namely Tabriz now, it's the idea to have a new foundation of a archaeometry branch here in the University of Tabriz, and I was invited again by Rudy Tomalski to present here the results of the possibilities for archaeological prospecting. And probably, so this is one point, probably we could help here to do some research here on this place here about prospecting, and hopefully we get some nice results for it. And yeah, this is the way, and I'm happy to be here and to be one of the representatives for this method of archaeology. Thank you.
Thank you.
پژوهه باستان سنجی